To stay consistent with uploading videos, I just wanted to make a note as to what happened today. I've been so physically active that I didn't even record myself doing any planks. I didn't need to. I came back home and I was walking with my feet shoulder width apart to keep myself stood up and to not fall over. I did the usual like 20,000 steps, did like 23,000 or something. The job is very physically intense and I do walk around quite a bit. I'm on foot quite a lot, on and off shift. Now, I did something different tonight, and that was to give myself a period in which I wasn't on screens. I literally just stared at the wall and then read, and I did that for about half an hour. Energy levels dropped. I couldn't keep my eyes open. I kept dropping, my head kept dropping because energy levels wise I was just done. And the only reason why I'm able to speak with such energy levels now is because I've had food to eat. Not because this was how I was feeling at the time. Yeah, no, definitely not. But very basically, yeah, I didn't do any planks. I didn't do any exercise sessions beyond what I did on and off shift in terms of me being on foot, walking, jogging, sprinting twice over, excluding the workouts that I went and coached. The second one I didn't actively take part in as much, but I did basically 3 full-on cardio workouts, both walking, jogging, and sprinting twice over, and also doing a full-on less than an hour class. I was very, very, very physically active today, and that's excluding just the steps I did while walking. Yeah, the jogging, sprinting, and walking, they're all classed within the 23,000 steps, but the calories I expended while cycling just haven't been accounted for on my Fitbit watch because I didn't remember to put. It wasn't a priority for me. It's not even a fact of not remembering. I didn't view that as a priority. I didn't view recording my cycle workout as on my Fitbit watch as a priority. So I didn't. It's not even something that came to mind because I was so busy just focusing on my shift. So I didn't do that. Definitely, my skills at coaching are definitely improving, and I just plan to keep on taking them from there, keep on reviewing my sessions, and keep on doing more than I'm obligated to do because I don't hate my job. I love my job, and I do tell people every now and then that they are the part of the reason that I love my job because I see them pushing themselves, and I like to see that effort. And in fact, today from the cycling session that I coached, I saw someone that I think would be, in terms of how much they push themselves, an amazing fit for the upcoming business, up and coming personal training business I've got going on that I'll soon launch, not publicly talk about on the internet, not publicly advertise on the internet. I just rather keep it local and in person to begin with, and then if I want to talk about it, I'll reword that. I'll be talking about it, I think, on the channel, but I won't be marketing it and advertising it, or at least not to try and get any money coming in anyway. No, not yet. I'd rather just keep this advertisement free as much as I can. I thought I'd be able to completely keep it advertisement free, but YouTube, I think, rather unjustly sometimes post adverts on videos that don't even have copyright material sometimes. Yeah, I do have screen recording proof, which I'd be able to fairly easily find to have valid evidence or valid proof of what I'm talking about. But yeah, I thought I'd be able to keep up having a completely advertisement free project. This project being this channel, no, because of how YouTube's gone about things. Very unfortunately, it's just, I mean, it is a however much making business. Plenty of companies are advertising their products on the platform, so it makes sense that YouTube is quite business oriented as well. Knowing I don't know how many there are, but they'd have an idea as to how many, have an idea, they know how many companies are actually putting money into their business because of how many people are actually watching the videos. I'm trying to suck on my thumb or my middle finger because I got a little bit of a cut here. Same, exactly the same sort of cut. It's the same hand, by the way. Exactly the same sort of cut on my left hand as well, and I don't know what happened. I've got no idea, but it's really painful. I've got to be careful that that doesn't form into an infection or anything like that. But on the middle finger, there's a little bit of a cut there as well. But because of the camera resolution, it's difficult to see it in exactly the same place. On the no, actually no. My left one's on the outside of the left middle finger, or outside of the finger. But on my right, it's on the inside, or a point on the left side. Yeah. Anyway, but that really is relevant. I mean, I just got to make sure that doesn't turn into an infection, and which could cause some serious problems. No hands, no dip bars, no dip bar movements. I've got another piece of the calisthenics equipment as well. I was saying, oh, but I don't have to call it calisthenics. This is what I associate the bars with, so it's not even that big a deal to give it a rest, man. I want to take a photo of that to show that it's coming, just for memory's sake, and that might voice over. But anyway, for documentary purposes, yeah. But anyway, that's it. That's I've never been this physically active before to the point. Well, recently to before to the point. Not recently to before to the point where I'm just here, like not even being able to walk normally because I'm that tired, because I'm not on basically the closest that I've come to caffeine. Yeah, this discontinued series phone, iPhone XR, because discontinued 2019. The photos quality is so amazing on that. It's exactly, it pictures everything exactly like it looks in real life. It's mental. But anyway, I only wonder what the other cameras might be worse resolution, but it'd be much improved than this. I don't like the sort of, I prefer the videos which don't blur out the background, which some of the, I think, iPhone cameras do. Not that it matters. If anything, I think I just invest in another iPhone XR because it does. I know what I'm getting. On the premise that the phone's fully functional, I get myself a first-hand iPhone XR, get it to do the job, get film maybe like, I don't know, to get it to have like 200 gigabytes worth of storage or 1 terabyte worth of storage or something like that. Maybe just pay for one that has that storage without having to pay for an iCloud plan or something like that. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. It's just either that or I think more preferred option is a full-on camera. That way I don't have a laptop, basically something that could do more than what some laptops, full-blown laptops, PCs can do within a handheld device. The technology advancements are crazy. Yeah, I can only imagine what it would be like in 10 years. This is enough. I think my generation is probably the first generation, along with millennials who would be raising kids. For the first time, these kids that our generations would be having would be have parents who'd be fully immersed in technology. Maybe our parents' generation weren't like that, but yeah, that's how things are going on, and then there'd be the second generation, so on. Or the kids, our generations, millennial and Gen Z, might have. There's this book that said the class Gen Z is the COVID generation. Mental. I think that genuinely might be a real thing. I was thinking that it might be like called something similar to that because we as a worldwide civilization aren't just out here having pandemics like once every 2 years. That just doesn't happen. The last pandemic that happened was 1918, excluding coronavirus. So Yes, it's mental. Some people were saying this. Some people were saying this. Just all a hoax. This coronavirus stuff, but that's not even a debate I'm willing to have on there. That's up to personal opinion. That's for them, yeah, other people to think. Yeah, I'm not doing. I'm not doing that. I'm not discussing that. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm done. I'm feeling tired. I'm just gonna allow myself to chill out. Maybe read that book that I was reading when I was downstairs. Just stare at a wall. Maybe yeah, this one I'm looking at right now, right in front of the bed. Or maybe even oh look, oh, that's one. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I'll stare at that wall, or maybe just the ceiling. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty cool staring at the ceiling. I need to rest anyway, so fuck it. Not like I don't need to sleep. Oh, I don't know. Oh, look at that. You can see a hint of my organization tactics come into play. You got a week's worth on top of the wardrobe. You got a week's worth of clothes, so I don't to manage decision fatigue. So I don't have to think about what I want to wear. It's just there, and I could iron out my clothes. But yeah, it's a it's an idea that transform your body, transform your life. Written by Cash for Kayla and all the other people that were involved. Shout out to the company, shout out to the team, the R&T fitness team, even though I've never interacted with them in person or online beyond purchasing the book. Shout out to them because it's been a massive journey. I can always refer to it, and the message is there, even just on the top of the book, or even just on the covers, like transform your body, transform your life. Yeah, solid, solid. Thank you guys, thank you R&T Fitness, definitely, and thank you to everyone who is involved and hasn't gone out their way to hold back what they've done for me against me, like how my dad might have, or he has. Yeah, I don't like those sorts of manipulative people, which, in my opinion, he's one of. Definitely, he's a fucking bully. And I don't say that lightly. As long as it doesn't seem like the instant, it doesn't seem like what you're doing benefits him, he will switch on you. Like that. Like that. Yeah, I don't like him. There's too many arguments. I'm fucking sick of it. And that's a part of why I'm here. It's a part of why I'm actually doing what I'm doing. Because I'm thinking that there's a certain quality of life that I just cannot achieve when I'm around just the family in general, even though I don't have what I consider to be a toxic relationship with everyone in my family. But as for my dad, definitely, as far as I'm concerned, mentally, even though he's talking to me again after the argument we had a few days ago, I'm mentally, I'm done. I'm finished. He, in my mind, we're not on talking terms, even though he's trying to speak to me again. Fuck off, really. I just want to. I like the house layout. I like the area I live in, but this living situation is not a living situation I want to be in, where I'm around such person and having to work around so many people, even if I don't dislike them as much as I dislike my dad and all the arguments we've had, the relationship we have. Yeah, I'm just fucking furious. So furious I am. And that's a part of why I'm here. It's massive plot for revenge against just how injustices, I think, in my mind, true or false, memory or reality, or both, I experienced as a teen, all up until present day. It's annoying sometimes. Now, oh, have you eaten? I said, don't, I can handle that. Don't ask that question. I didn't word it like that, but they don't care. Because once upon a time, and I think it's because once upon a time, they couldn't rely on me providing an answer to ask if I am okay and if I have eaten when I was very completely dependent on them in order to exist another day when I was a baby, for example. And that their mindset might not have changed. But anyway, I'm done. I'm gonna leave it there. It's completely unrelated. No, it's not. It's not unrelated to the video at all. or as to why I exercise at all. Because my parents, in my opinion, weren't really weren't empowering. They weren't the most pleasant of individuals. I say that that is the case even to this present day, especially my dad. I'm not anti-father. It's just the relationship me and my dad have. Yeah, don't like it at all. There's so much to unpack there, and I at least have got to a point where, with my physical and mental health, where I can feel comfortable just talking, allow, and no longer suppressing myself like I did as a teen. That was my way to deal with um, what I considered to be injustice, being the lack of empowerment, basically being told I can't do what I want to do, like have a job and also do GCSEs. Yeah, from there, I've turned it around and used that as fuel to be able to actually keep going. I don't think of it on a daily basis as to why. I don't think of it. I don't think about such things. I think on a daily basis and think, yeah, that's why I want to do this. I fucking yeah, it's terrible. This living situation is terrible. It's not as pleasant as other living situations I've been in or places I've stayed at in particular. Yeah, but it is enough for me to. It's enough of a starting place for me to actually make a move or a starting place to be at a place I consider ideal. 100%. I want peace of mind. I don't get that in this house all that often. I should be able to experience it 24/7 whenever I'm in there, whenever I'm at where I'm living, whenever I should be able to. And in places that I've stayed, that's not the home I have, regardless of when I'm there. Sometimes, yeah, it might be a bit um, slightly loud, but nowhere near as loud as um, here in the house. And although objectively I would be around more people in this specific scenario I'm giving, it's still not so quiet, but it's still not so loud. Isn't that mental? I think that could just be how the building's set up. Maybe more like soundproof walls, things like that. And for as long as I live, I'll never be exempt from potentially having noisy neighbours. But depending on where I live, and if anything, just noise complaint. If anything, if it really does come to that, but that's where doing my research comes in. There's only so much research I could do from an experiential perspective. Like I can't live there or wherever I'd claim I'd want to live for X amount of weeks to see if I like it, to see if I can sleep well before saying, well, you know what, yeah, I'm okay with being here. And blah blah blah. This is all relevant to my exercise journey because I use exercise as a way to be able to enjoy myself, especially through cardio, and to enjoy the food I eat, yeah, to be able to just like how I feel, even though sometimes I don't. And yeah, I definitely am getting there with that. I need to go and do some things here and there, but I don't like being trying to cramp doing X, Y, and Z within this time frame. I don't do well with that. I don't like it, and I don't plan to try and force myself to like such things. So yeah, I'll deal with that. I was speaking to this is off topic. I was speaking to off topic with the exercise stuff. I was speaking to some colleagues, and we were just talking, we were just chatting, and one of them said, "You seem very organized. That'd be a skill that'd be very helpful for the business." Not that I'm going out my way to purposely market myself here and my abilities as a sole trader, an entrepreneur, as people might say. But in reality, I think it's just me providing services, not a this or a that. I'm just me, and that's that. I'm not my business. I'm not the services I provide. I'm just me, and the services I provide are the services I provide. They're not the same thing. It's just me that's providing them, and that's responsible for the success of or what society may consider the success of the services. But anyway, I was showing them my not monthly, morning and evening blood pressure results and body weight stat reviews. And yeah, from that they said we seem very organized. That's the skill you need for business. I was shaking my head thinking, no, it's so hectic behind the scenes. I didn't think that wording word for word, but that was basically it. That was basically what I was thinking. And yeah, maybe more than I realize and more than I give myself credit for, perhaps, but I just want to feel less restless. And I have a solution for that. Staring at the wall. Staring at a wall is allowing me to relax like no other solution that I've gotten put in place recently to be able to deal with restlessness. So that means that my depression and or anxiety score is going to decrease whenever I take my NHS depression and anxiety self-assessment quiz. Yeah, don't mind me. Here I am, just I'm just, I'm just here, head uncomfortably on the wardrobe. I've got to take more care of myself from hurting my neck. It hurts now and it's gonna hurt more in the future, long term. If I don't, well, that's if I live another day. Not that I wish death upon myself now, but yeah, I've just got to take more care of myself. I'll put my head on the floor now. Anyway, very basically, I think that maybe I do have more structured organizational skills that than I'd give myself credit for because, well, someone's gonna make that observation about me and they've said that opinion to my face, so maybe they are right. I don't know. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe they are. Maybe they are correct. Maybe they are. I don't know. But I'd say I'm getting there with organizational skills. I'm getting there with planning out how much I want to do a day appropriately for long term goals and having long term goals to follow in an appropriate fashion from day to day. I'm getting there. I am. It's just that I like to go a bit, take it a bit easy day by day. Maybe give myself full on rest days in which I don't purposely work toward fulfilling plans. Give myself a day to relax or something. Yeah. And even in terms of dating, for example, I don't get disturbed. I don't get disturbed. Ladies don't go out of the way to show interest. Oh, don't go out of the way to register interest in me or show that they're sexually attracted to me. So I don't get disturbed like that. I'm just there as one of many bodies on the street, as one of many pedestrians. Yeah. And with that comes the ability to more easily focus. It's actually two times in one day. Because people were talking to guys in particular were talking to me about dating or just dating related stuff, which is a bit different, but I've got to be careful with what I say on those sorts of things because it's very unprofessional for me as someone that's doing personal training or working towards getting personal training qualifications to be talking about dating. I've got to be careful there. Yeah, because I was thinking during something I said, certain person walked past, and I was thinking, yeah, I've got to be careful because if I might get a complaint, that might get sent to the I might get sent to the manager about something about saying X, Y, Z, and you can't do that. That's not something I want to justify. So that's not something I want to have to explain myself over. Yeah, although I do think it's okay to have opinions oriented on dating, not maybe not during shifts, because my job is oriented around fitness, not necessarily health, but increasing fitness levels. I'm not sure I've thought of it like that, but there was a video that I was watching from a credible source, let's say, personal training oriented, and they were saying that the future of the fitness industry is actually the fitness or the health and fitness industry because more individuals are getting long term conditions. So I think with that in mind, and seeing as I trust this source of information, I think it does make sense that I go down that route. Not only for them, but for me as well. Because if I don't do that, then I might, not might, would be sacrificing one, in my opinion, really trustworthy source of information oriented around long term conditions which I could be affected by if I do live a few decades longer, for example, or even a couple of decades, or one, or who knows. It doesn't matter. Anyone could be affected by serious physical and or mental health issues. When I think of long term conditions, I think it's more so physical health issues, but yeah, I'm not sure. That's something I just have to do my research about. Don't mind me. I'm just playing with the adapter that allows me to charge my electric toothbrush. All right, so that means I think I should leave it here. There was a lot of talking. There was a lot of talking, but I do. I was so physically active in that. I was so physically active. There was no need. This is what I was playing about with. I don't have the um. I don't have the screw just for the socket just for this. So I went and bought this. It's a massive piece of kit. It's thicker than it looks. But yeah. Yeah, way thicker than it looks on camera. Hey, it's way thicker in reality. But yeah, that's it. I'm done. Because I am not talking about the planks or the exercise stuff that I was doing anymore. So I'll just leave it there. Cheers to get this video out. Cheers to recording another one, even though I wasn't thinking of doing that. Cheers to staying on track. I would like to go to a different calisthenics park and just get a whole load of footage here and there uploaded and to see how I do really because of sleep time. I think I've got it on lock more than I once did. So I'll just keep at it really. On that note, I'm finished and cheers to another day's worth of tracking in the lens of exercise. Just saying what I've gone and done. 23,000 steps or so, two of which within those steps I had like two cardio workouts and walking quite a bit as well, excluding those two cardio workouts in which I walked, jogged and sprinted and also had the cycle workout. So yeah, I don't think my weight, especially with age, I don't think my weight's gonna really drop any. I don't think my weight's gonna really increase. Even if it does increase a little bit, I'm a bit shy of goal weight, so a goal body weight. So I that's fine. That's fine with me. I'm okay with that. In my mind, I'm saying I don't care, but no, I do care. I do care. This is my physical health I'm talking about, and my therefore ability to be able to function normally. I'm talking about. I do care because I've made my whole way of life oriented around it, basically, which will explain sometimes why I'd want to say I do X or beyond just a shift, uh, for example, but wouldn't because yeah, I've basically based my entire way of life oriented around pursuing physical and mental maintenance, and also just fitness. A lot of fitness. Fitness doesn't necessarily mean health because overtraining is real, and I'd like to imagine that I'm not getting there too much. But then again, I'd rather overtrain than not train at all because I could just decrease how much I am going out my way to go exercise. That's way easier to do than it's way easier in my opinion to do less than to do more because you've already got the entire foundations laid down. If you're doing less, you've already got the entire foundations laid down for what you want to do. All you have to do is just decrease. You've just got a little bit more than necessary. So just all you have to do is just decrease how much you're doing or how much how far you follow through with your plans to take things easier on yourself. But I'm taking my socks off. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm gonna write my sleep diary. But for now, that's it. That's it for this video. I'll record on the phone, increase the camera quality resolution because I want these videos to look nice. I want to put more effort in, and in order to actually get and stay in shape, physically and mentally, effort is a fundamental pillar of that. You have to care. You have to care about yourself. No, and what you do. I say you, but I think I have to care about myself and what I do in order to actually get and stay physically and mentally in shape for life, like RNT Fitness say in the Transform Your Body, Transform Your Life book. If I don't end it now, I won't end it. There's an end to everything, even life, even living. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it now. Cheers to another day's worth of tracking. I'm out. Peace. and cheers to carrying on going, even though sometimes I might not want to because, oh, well, I've got X amount of hours to sleep before I want to wake up and things like that. Nah. Cheers to tracking, cheers to staying on track and doing it even sometimes when I don't think it'd be ideal to to keep up with the act, which would then long term mean I can go out my way to do what it takes to do it in a more sensible way, in a more sustainable way, but just keep on doing it to begin with, and then you can take it from there. That's it. I'm done. That was a note to self. That's it. I'm done. Cheers to another day's worth of tracking. Peace. Cheers to sorting out my sleep routine as well around everything else I'm doing. Cheers to decrease my workload, all of that. Cheers to going out my way to carry on living an ideal way of life. I'm definitely getting there. I think my way of life is quite ideal now, but I just like to add a little bit of touch ups here and there, like caring for going out my way to be more injury prevention oriented. If I mess up my knees, I can't walk, so I need to be really, depending on how severely I do it, I need to be really, really, really careful because my knees have been hurting from all this walking, jogging, and sprinting I've been doing, and all of the other physical activity that I've been getting into. For example, on shift, basically doing labour work. That basically is another job in itself. Putting equipment away in the gyms, mental. It's mental. But if I were a manager, I'd be very honest and say that it's like another job, and I probably would be honest enough to say that sex drive increase is serious. That's real. With all of the physical activity that you'd be doing, that really that really is real. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm done. I don't think this is the most appropriate of angles to film from. uh, yeah, look at my lips, just moving. I don't know what it is with this angle, but I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm done. Peace. Cheers to another day's worth of tracking, and cheers to carrying on living an ideal way of life. With all of this physical activity, I'd say I got there. I'm now living an ideal way of life, and cheers to that. High five, self hug. I'll do that. Uh, yeah, there you go. Solid. But yeah, cheers, and cheers to just adding on in bits and pieces. Cheers to becoming less restless by just staring at the wall, reading, give myself some digital detox. Basically, that's what I'm talking about. Give myself some time to detox. Give myself sort of a window to detox off screens. Yeah, but anyway, I'll leave it at that. If I don't end it now, I won't end it. So peace. Cheers to another day's worth of trekking, and cheers to carrying on living an ideal way of life, just building up and what I've got from here. Just allow myself to love life while I'm still alive. And actually enjoy living my life while I am still alive, while I'm still here, because I don't know what's gonna happen when I die, but I'd at least like to imagine that before I do, I have lived how I wanted to live, or maybe even exceeded my expectations. I'll leave it on that note. I'm done. Peace. Cheers to making it happen. Cheers to just living ideally, bit by bit by bit. And even if I do die tonight, even if I do die in my sleep tonight, I know I'm going out my way to live more ideally. So maybe this is the most, at least in this stage of my life, peace I'll be able to come to if I were to die tonight. I'm not gonna go out my way to live like every day could be my last day, even though that is true. No, I do take life for granted, allow myself to just actually focus on living an ideal way of life rather than fearing that my life might be taken, or that my life might end due to natural causes or whatever. Yeah, forget that. But anyway, I'm done. I've had enough thoughts about dark thoughts about, even though I'm not involved in the activity, illicit or criminal activity to get murdered. I think some thoughts about the idea of potentially being a murder victim. I'm not trying to get murdered out it. Those thoughts I don't need to have anymore. I'd use them as fuel to be able to learn how to fight, because I know I don't know how to as well as I'd like to. But speaking of, I actually found a fight club today as I was just walking about exploring. This is the thing with being on foot and exploring. You find different places that you think, even when you don't expect it to, that help you with whatever you'd want to do, which you wouldn't otherwise experience for example, cycling, on your motorbike, on your car. Yeah, I'm on foot a lot. So that sort of stuff, knowing that I know what I want to do with my life quite a lot, I could just say, well, yeah, I'll do this later when I've got more money coming in, which I'm on track to doing this month due to do more doing overtime. But Um, Due to being value oriented, I don't think I will have all that difficult time having money coming in eventually. Especially due to like doing so much, having so many ideas to do so much for them being clients. But yeah, if I don't end it now, I won't end it. So cheers to another day's worth of trekking. Cheers to loving my life while I am still alive. Peace. I can't do anything. I can't control what happens in death, but I can control what happens when I am alive. For as long as I am physically and mentally of sound mind, I'll leave it there. I'm done. Bye.